Okay, welcome everybody. This is Harmony Point Acupuncture's YouTube channel. And welcome today. We usually post 2 videos a week, Pranayama and Yoga Qigong. This class is Pranayama, breath work. And we usually post on Sundays. And welcome. If you like what you're experiencing here, you can give us a thumbs up. We welcome your subscriptions, and we would love to hear from you if you want to drop us a line in the comments and let us know how you're doing with the practices. Okay, all right. So let's begin by bringing our energy inwards and finding the breath. And just notice where in the body you're experiencing the breath. Is it in the abdomen? Is it in the chest? You may feel it in the tip of the nostrils. You feel it in all those places. But just take a moment to really be with the breath. Really experience the breath. The air coming in, cool air through the nostrils, expanding the abdomen, and the air flowing out as your abdomen contracts and warm air is expelled through the nostrils. So just take a few moments to be with that breath. And we're going to set our intention for this class here on really giving ourselves permission to remain focused on this breath for the entire class. And it's normal when we do something like this that your mind is going to want to rebel a little bit, think about something else. That's perfectly fine. Just remember that when you notice that happening, just bring yourself right back to the breath. And the breath is something that's usually happening unconsciously. And this is going to be our special time to bring conscious awareness to the breath. So we're bringing a conscious activity into our conscious awareness and work with it in a conscious way. And before we move on, this is a perfect time if you have any particular prayers, mantras, any personal affirmations, anything that you'd like to say to yourself to help you with this practice or these practices. You can do that now. Or if nothing in particular is coming to mind, I would just encourage everyone to take a moment to really focus your personal intention. And I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of my amazing teachers. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to begin with the alternate nostril breathing. And I do want to mention too, with any of these practices, you can have your eyes closed, partially open, or relaxed gaze forward. So we're going to begin with using this mudra for the right hand. We're going to bring the first and middle fingers down to the palm. We're going to use the thumb and ring and pinky fingers. We're going to cover the right nostril with the thumb. Bring awareness to the center of the eyebrows and exhale out as if you were exhaling from the center of the eyebrows out the left nostril. Pause. Inhale back through the left nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Exhale from that center of the eyebrows out the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale out the left nostril from the center of the eyebrows. Inhale through the left nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Exhale out the right nostril from the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Inhale through the right nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale out the left nostril from the center of the eyebrows. And continue at your own pace, exploring your own pauses. And stop the practice. We'll just sit for a moment. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the next practice, which is the similar mudra, but instead of inhaling and exhaling out through each nostril, we're going to inhale right and exhale left. So it's a little bit of a simpler practice. We're going to cover the right nostril with the thumb, bring awareness again to the center of the eyebrows. Exhale out the left nostril. Pause. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Inhale through the right nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale out the left nostril from the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the left nostril with the two fingers. Inhale through the right nostril to the center of the eyebrows. Pause. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale out the left nostril from the center of the eyebrows. Pause. And everyone now continue this practice at your own pace, paying attention to the pauses, like how long do you feel like resting in the pause? before you move on to the next inhalation or exhalation. Just notice how that feels. You can comfortably remain during the pause before going on to the next part of the breath. Okay, everybody continue at your own pace. Inhaling right, exhaling left. And stop the practice. Sit for a moment. Okay, and for the next practice, again, we're going to continue with the mudra, but instead of going, we're going to do a little bit more of a rapid practice. So we're going to alternate quickly, exhaling through exhale right, exhale left, exhale right, exhale left. And don't worry about the inhalation. It will happen all by itself. But what the practice looks like, I'll just demonstrate. So it looks like you're exhaling, you're emphasizing the exhalation left and right. So left, right, like that. You're really emphasizing the exhalation. You are inhaling, but it's happening kind of in between things. So just don't worry about that. Just think about the exhalation on this practice. So just kind of a rapid practice. And we'll all do that together. And if you start to feel dizzy or lightheaded, just stop. So let's do that. And stop the practice. And you may notice when you first stop that your breath kind of automatically is suspended for a moment before you resume the slower breath. And just observe your breath coming back to its normal kind of resting state. Okay. And for the next practice, we're going to find two places along the spine. If you take your hand and come all the way back behind your head and find the place at the base of the skull behind your head, and then come down your spine. I'll just demonstrate for a moment. So I'm at the base of my skull and the base of the tailbone. These two, I'm coming straight down the spine to the base of the tailbone. So those are the 2 points, areas on the body that we're going to be working with for this next practice. Again, we're going to have our thumb and middle finger. We're going to have this mudra going on. We're going to allow the breath, bring our awareness to the base of the spine. And then on the next inhalation, envision the breath coming straight up the center of the spine from that base of the spine, the base of the sacrum to the base of the skull. Cover the right nostril with the thumb, and as you exhale, envision the breath coming straight down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum. We're back at the base of the sacrum. Envision the breath coming straight up the center of the spine to the base of the skull. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Envision the breath coming straight down the left side of the spine as you exhale out the left nostril from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum. Inhale straight up through the spine, through both nostrils to the base of the sacrum, to the base of the skull. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril, down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum. And continue this practice at your own pace. And now, if you'd like to add something to this practice on the next exhalation through the left nostril down the left side of the spine, you can add the Ujjayi breath where you are exhaling through the left nostril, but you're slightly constricting the throat, so it makes a different sound to the breath. It kind of sounds like an ocean. So we're inhaling through both nostrils from the base of the sacrum to the base of the skull. Covering the right nostril with the thumb, exhaling through the left nostril from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum with the Ujjayi breath if you'd like to add that. Slight constriction of the throat. Inhale through both nostrils from the base of the spine to the base of the skull. Cover the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale down the left side of the spine from the base of the skull to the base of the sacrum with the Ujjayi breath if you choose to add that. And on the next round, after the next round, you can stop the practice. Just sit for a moment. And now we'll do a few rounds of the cobra breath. We're going to inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniffing some air through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniffing some air through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. Inhale through the nose, leaning back. Hold the breath, chin to the chest. Come back up, sniffing some air through the nose. Exhale through the teeth. And stop the practice. Again, we'll just sit for a moment. And now we're going to move on into our full yogic breath, allowing the breath to pass through the complete circuit of the torso. So I'm going to show you where the breath will be passing through in the full yogic breath. Let's just feel that and where that is in our bodies. The breath will be passing through the abdomen. So you can put your hands on your abdomen and just feel the breath in the abdomen. The breath will pass then through the chest. So you can feel, put your hands on your chest, feel the breath there. The breath will be reflected in the collarbone. So we're going to take our fingertips, put your fingertips on your collarbones and feel the breath in the collarbones as the collarbones rise and fall under your fingertips. Okay, and now let's make a gentle fist. Bring your fist here, elbows relaxed. And now we're going to perform the full yogic breath. We're breathing through the nostrils. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones, pause as that wonderful air circulates and nourishes your body. As you're prompted to exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. Inhale again, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. Inhale, expand the abdomen, expand the chest, raise up the collarbones. Exhale, drop the collarbones, contract the chest, contract the abdomen. And everyone, now continue this practice at your own pace. Feeling the pauses after the inhalation as the air circulates, and feeling the release after the exhalation. Enjoy the pauses between the breaths. Relish those breaks and relish the sensation of being between the breaths in a comfortable way. I don't want anyone to try to hold their breath. We're just exploring the breaks that happen naturally between the breaths. and stop the practice. We'll just sit for a moment. And thank you so much for joining me today.